Find a comfortable sit and go ahead and close your eyes. Feel the heaviness of your pelvis, your sitting bones connected to the ground. But even within that heaviness, connect with your spine long. Visualize it growing. Feel your breath. With each inhale, visualize the energy of the earth passing through your legs, your pelvis, the ocean of your pelvis, your heart, all the way up into your skull. And as you exhale, let it wash you. Almost like if it was a waterfall, covering your body. Take a deep inhale. And a soft exhale. Another deep inhale. Drawing the energy of the earth all the way up to the cave of your skull. And exhale. And again, deep inhale. And a soft exhale. Keep breathing naturally and feel this moment. Drifting deeper behind your eyes. Keep visualizing the inner fountain running energy down through your pelvis and spine all the way up to your skull. Keeping the awareness of your breath. Take another deep inhale. Let it pass pelvis, the back of your heart, all the way up to the cave, up into the cave of your skull, and hold the air there. Keep your shoulders soft and sip a little bit more air, and a little bit more. And a little bit more, and hold the air. Take another strong sip of breath. And exhale all out. Allow yourself a few seconds to drift deeper. Feel. And again, take a deep inhale, follow it up, passing pelvis, cave of your heart all the way up into the cave of your skull, and hold the air there. Feel the expansion of this energy. Sip a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and hold the air. And even within the hold, soften your shoulders, your neck, take another sip of breath, and exhale. Feel. One last time. Take a deep inhale and follow it up through spine, up into the cave of your skull, and hold the air. Sip a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and hold. And as you hold the air, behind closed eyes, gently look up. Soften your eyes again and take another sip of breath. And exhale. Breathe naturally. Even here, bring a little bit of movement very softly, coming from your heart. Movement so soft that can be barely felt, and for an outside observer couldn't even be noticed. Almost like you were floating with the rivers inside of you. Rivers of blood, the lymph, we're going to connect deeper with the lymphatic system, but something beyond the idea that we have of it. So bring your right hand to your left collarbone, soft fingers. Begin to explore the front of your collarbone, the top of it, behind it. And begin to explore the triangle behind your collarbone, the space, the valley. Progressively going deeper with your touch. And with a heavy hand, give yourself 5 taps. And switch to the other side. Left hand. Soft hands, soft fingers at first. Explore the front of your collarbone. And as you go deeper, find a space that it feels a little bit different or interesting. Linger there and go deeper. Behind your collarbone. With a heavy hand, 5 taps. Bring your left hand back to your thigh and take a deep inhale here and feel. And as you exhale, bring both hands below your earlobe, right behind the corner of your jaw, in front of the thick muscle that comes down through your neck on both sides. Feather-like touch at first. Sinking deeper. And 5 taps. Bring your hands down. Feel. Keep visualizing the rivers, the inner fountain, almost like it can bring you up with your spine growing deeper, growing taller towards the sky. Now with your right hand, begin to explore the area where the muscles of your chest meet the muscles of your shoulder, right above your armpit. Sinking deeper. 5 taps or slaps. And switch to the other side. Beginning soft. And deeper. Five times. Now interlace the fingers of your hands right in the middle of your chest. Feel your sternum. The places where your ribs meet your sternum. And begin to tap underneath your collarbone, drawing a path through your sternum down towards your belly button. Continue only with one hand. Soften your belly as much as you can. Begin to rub in the middle point between your belly button and the end of your sternum. How soft can you make your belly even in this spot where it feels a little bit uncomfortable or just strange? Go deeper. And 5 times. Deep breath. Now bring both hands in the place where your legs, muscles of your legs meet your hips. Explore the area where probably the nodes, lymphatic nodes, are a little bit more exposed or closer to the surface. And sinking deeper. And 5 times. Bring your legs out in front of you. Bend knees. Explore the area right below your knees. Find that pocket. And sinking deeper. And 5 times. Bring the soles of your feet together and begin to explore the bridge of your feet, the area below your inner ankle. Soft at first and go deeper. And 5 times. Cross your legs again. Find your sitting bones contacting the earth, your spine long. Breathe here and feel. Softly open your eyes and bring your fingers underneath your jaw and begin to tap the upper part of your neck. Climb up to your jaw, both sides. And begin to explore your face, starting at the cheeks, closer to your lips, above your lips, your cheekbone, size of your face right in front of your ears. Continue the path towards your temples, forehead, heavy touch, a little bit heavier here, and come back through the sides of your face, the temples, cheekbones, softer touch here on the bridge of your nose. Climb up to the middle where your eyebrows meet, and climb up to your forehead, again heavier here. Find that place where the tissues of your forehead meet your scalp, and begin to climb to the crown of your head, even heavier here. Connect with the echoes of your touch. Explore the sides of your head. The back of your head. The tissues of your neck meeting your skull. A little bit faster, heavier. Deep breath. Come back to the line where the tissues of your forehead meet your scalp. Soften your touch. Stop there. And bring your hands on top of your face, and almost like you're cleaning the energy of your face 3 times. Bring your hands down to your thighs. Take a deep inhale. Keep swaying side to side. Softly. Almost unnoticeable. Deep breath. Try to make the movement an expression of your breath coming from the center of your chest. So almost like the movement is coming from the heart. Keep growing taller towards the sky with your spine. Let the movement of your shoulders and arms be an expression of your breath. Swaying side to side, almost like your heart is guiding the movement, and your breath is an extension of that guidance. Slowly lift your armpits, your arms, and bring a little bit of movement to your hands. Resist the tendency of your arms wanting to control. Try to stay on the edge of what's controlling. What's moving. Deep breath here. Now tension your arms. Tension your fist as much as you can. Keep moving side to side. And slowly bring your hands down on top of your thighs. Preparing for double breath. So double breath. First inhale, long, a second one shorter. And an exhale through the mouth, almost like you're dropping your breath. So it's gonna sound something like this. All through the nose, only the exhale through the mouth. Feeling like it's coming from something deeper than just your diaphragm. Preparing with a deep inhale. A full exhale. And join whenever you feel ready. Halfway through, keep going. Ten seconds more. On your next exhale, let all the air out and hold the air at the end. Hold a little bit longer, and even within the hold, bring your arms up, close the fist of your hands, and bring some movement even as you hold. Now take a deep inhale. At the top of your inhale, hold the air one more time and bring your hands down softly. And exhale all out. Keep breathing. Feeling the echoes of the movement, the echoes of your breath. Softly open your eyes and begin to move, or keep your eyes closed if you want. Gotta move this guy a little bit. Sorry, friend. And find your way towards laying down on your back. Keep your knees bent. Feel the soles of your feet on the ground. Bring your heels a little bit closer to your glutes. Find the internal rotation of your thighs. And even your hips are rotating internally, or connecting with that rotation of your thighs. Soft hands and arms on the ground. Lengthen the back of your neck. Deep breath to the sides of the pelvis and begin to pull your knees forward towards the sky. And as you do this, your knees are pulling your thigh bones, so much so that your glutes are separated and your pelvis are separated from the ground. Deep breath to the sides of the pelvis. And exhale down. Now bring your hands and your arms in front of your chest, floating in front of your chest. And one more time, connect with your knees, pulling forward. And as they pull forward, lifting the pelvis and the glutes. Expand your arms. And take a soft flight here on a lying camel. Exhale. Come back to center. And do it one more time. Keep the connection with your knees pulling forward. Take a deep inhale, inflate, fly. And even when you feel like you have reached the maximum, keep your breath going. Deep inhale, knees pulling forward. How much can you pull your knees forward? How much length can you bring to your thigh bones and your front line? And exhale, come back to center. Let your pelvis heavy on the ground. Bring movement to your legs, moving your knees side to side. Dropping your right knee to the ground. Shifting it to the other side. Left knee to the ground. And when you're coming back to the right side, begin to come back to a sitting position. Bring your hands on top of your knees. Fingertips on your knees. Long belly here. Armpits up. Sitting bones heavy on the ground. Lift your low belly triangle. Imagine there's a triangle in the front of your pelvis, but it also goes back towards the back of your pelvis. So it's like a three-dimensional triangle. Keep pushing with your fingertips on your knees. And as they push down to the ground, your knees are pushing towards the sky. Keep breathing deeply. Make your sitting bones heavy. Long belly. Lean back a little bit. Find a little bit of a shake. Deep breath to the sides of the pelvis. On 3. Lift your armpits up a little bit. On 2. Deep breath. On 1. Exhale, lean forward. Gather at the heart. Take a deep inhale and fly. Exhale. Come back to center. Gather at the heart. One more time. Take a deep inhale, inflate, fly. As you exhale, bring your hands back to your knees. Lift your knees again, as if they are pushing towards the sky. And this time, bring again that heaviness to your sitting bones and lean back again. But bring your legs in front of you, floating. Find an internal rotation of your thighs. Keep breathing deeply to the sides of the pelvis. Shift the weight of your body towards your right side. Sit on your right sitting bone. Connect with your low belly, left triangle. Lift it up and bring a little bit of movement to your legs as they're floating here. How soft can you make that? Soft hands in front of your chest. Keep breathing deeply. Shift to the other side. Weight to the left sitting bone. Soft legs. Deep breath. Shift again to the other side. Deep breath. And one more time to the other side. And cross your legs. Lean forward. Take a deep inhale and fly once. This time as you exhale, place your hands on the ground and go into your all fours. Find your hands contacting the earth and the pinky moon of the hand. And find a little bit of a sway side to side. And feel the edges of your hands. Keep breathing deeply to the sides of the pelvis. Bring your sitting bones closer to your heels. Your chin towards your chest. Wait for the inhale. Take a deep inhale. Inflate forward and up. And as you exhale, let your sitting bones pull you back. Separate your knees off the ground, downward facing dog. Imagine someone is pulling your sitting bones back towards the sky. Back and up towards the sky, and sway your hips side to side. Don't rush into the idea that you have of downward facing dog, but instead explore the possibilities. Bending your knees generously, swaying side to side. And breathe here. And take a deep inhale. Walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Even here, connect with your sitting bones, pulling back. Let your hands and your head hang heavy. Bend your knees as much as you need. On your next inhale, bring your arms all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring them down to the sides. Keep the connection with the inner fountain running through the inseam of your legs. Breathing deeply to the sides of the pelvis and keeping a little bit of that sway side to side.
Take a deep inhale and a soft exhale. Continue to feeling the earth beneath the soles of your feet. Gently opening your eyes and begin to shift your knees forward. As your knees shift forward, your sitting bones, your dragon tails begin to shift back, finding an opposite direction between the two. Sinking a little bit lower and finding that connection to your outer hips, to your roots running down your legs and to the borders of your feet. Draw your low belly towards the back of your heart and bring soft hands in front of your heart for a gentle bounce. Now as you take a deep inhale, find more length in your body and reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, closing at your hips, bringing your heels outwards for an internal rotation of your legs and fold. Pushing your big toes apart, find a deep inhale, let it inflate you and rise you halfway, opening your wings, eagle flight. And exhale, fold, placing your hands down onto the ground. Step your feet back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale, let it round you forward into your plank. Now as you exhale, bringing knees down or go all the way down to the ground. Inhale, push your hips back towards your heels. And exhale, rounding up, finding a gentle bounce, soft hands in front of your heart. Connecting here with your sitting bones widening as you bounce, pushing your knees apart without them actually moving. Sink in deeper. And then as your inhale comes, inflate and open wings up and wide, resisting with your pelvis. Exhale to gather in. Another deep inhale to open. Breathing your collarbones up to the sun. Finding that connection of your sitting bones pulling back, and then exhale to gather. One more flight here. Deep inhale. Finding a tension and a resistance now in your arms as they open. And then exhale, hands forward. Hips go back. Wait for your inhale here and then let it inflate and round you forward. Hands and knees. And then exhale, lifting your hips and your knees, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. And then walk your feet towards your hands on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward, bending your knees as much as you need. Draw your low belly towards the back of your heart and inhale. Inflate and open your wings. How soft can you move? How much can you feel? Inhale now, let it bring you all the way up. Arms reaching to the sky. Exhale as you bring your hands to your hips. Let your hips close at first and then fold over your legs. Deep inhale, push the big toes apart as you inflate yourself. Opening your arms wide. As if you had a parachute underneath your armpits. Exhale, float down. Hands on the mat, step it back into your downward facing dog. Pull your sitting bones up and back, and then inhale to breathe yourself forward into your plank. Soft plank, sitting bones back, knees are bent. Swaying a bit side to side, finding that connection of the outer border of your hand. Draw your low belly towards the back of your heart, and then exhale all the way down to the ground. Inhale, shifting your hips back, almost like a child's pose. And then exhale, rounding in front of your heart. Finding a gentle bounce, and then as your inhale comes, reach with the tension of your arms up and wide. Exhale to gather in. Again, as you inhale, it's as if you're moving against the tension of your arms, resisting the opening. Resisting with your hips coming all the way forward. Exhale, hands down onto the mat, hips back. Inhale, inflate yourself onto your hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees even more than you think at first. And then pull your sitting bones back, find length in your legs. Inhale to walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale, bending your knees and fold. Inhale, one-time flight. Let it inflate you, opening your arms as a parachute. Exhale, float down. Inhale as the breath rises, rise all the way up. And then exhale, hands to your hips, come into your fold with a bit more fluidity, but a continued deep connection. Inhale, inflate your arms, find your flight, maybe closing down your eyes if you can. Exhale, plant your hands and step it back into downward facing dog. Inhale, breathe yourself into your plank. Exhale, low belly, draws in and then down to the ground. Inhale, hips move back. Exhale, round yourself up. Gather with soft hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale for one deeply felt flight. Resist your arms as you open. Reaching heart to the sky. And then exhale, hands go onto the ground. Hips go back. Inhale, round, forward, hands and knees. Exhale, lifting your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Full breath here. And then inhale, feet walk towards your hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, inflate yourself halfway up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, reach your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, soften your arms down by your side. Take a moment here to close your eyes, to feel. Now softening back down into our vortex chair. Dragon tongues, your knees go forward. Sitting bones reach back. So instead of reaching your sitting bones back and arching, it's a dragon tail. So imagine diagonally down towards the ground with your sitting bones. Finding that neutral spine, draw your low belly towards the back of your heart, protecting your back. Rooting down into the connection of the outer hips. Running down your legs into the outer borders of your feet. Big toes are pushing apart. Begin to shift your weight into your left leg. So left knee pulls forward more, resisting with your right sitting bone. And then shifting your weight into your right leg. Right knee pulls forward, resist with your right sitting bone. Shift your weight back into your left leg. And as you take a deep inhale, let it float your right knee off the ground. And instead of leaning away, pull your upper body almost into a spiral towards your right floating leg. And then place it back down. Weight shifts into your right side. As you take a deep inhale, left leg floats off the ground, spiraling your body towards that leg. Keeping a soft foot. Keeping a bent right knee, right sitting bone is pulling back. And soften down. Shifting your weight into your left leg. Inhale, float right leg off the ground. And this time stay here. As you find your stability, bring your right ankle onto your left knee. Sink down a little bit lower. Left knee comes forward, left sitting bone goes back. Gather soft hands in front of your heart. As you feel the stability of the earth draw up your left leg, let that grounding energy begin to inflate your arms as you inhale for one flight. Collarbones being breathed up to the sky. And then exhale to gather. Inhale to float right leg back up. And then step it back down. Find the gentle sway. Feeling into your tissues, into your bones. Letting something within you awaken. Your own inner guides. Pointing your body into the directions that you want to move. Now begin to shift your weight into your right leg. As you take a deep inhale, let it float your left leg off the ground. Holding here, finding that connection of your roots grounding down through your right leg. Begin to bring left ankle on top of your right knee. Let yourself sink a little bit lower. Right knee forward, right sitting bone back. Find length in your spine. Let your low belly draw in towards the back of your heart. And as you inhale, draw up the grounding energy of the earth and let it reach and inflate your upper body for a flight. Keeping your low belly drawn in. And then exhale to gather. Inhale, float your left leg back up. And then exhale to soften, coming right into your fold, letting your heels turn out. Internal rotation of your legs as you float down. Pausing here for a moment. Pushing your big toes apart, feeling the energy run up the inseam of your legs, up the inner fountain. Running up, drawing your low belly towards the back of your heart and then reaching the cave of your skull. Take a deep inhale, following that energy up, let it inflate you and fly. Exhale, float back down. Hands come onto the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward. Finding your more natural integrated plank. Connecting to the outer borders of your hands. And then exhale, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, hips come back. Exhale, round yourself up. Soft hands floating in front of your heart. Find your bounce, widening your sitting bones. Take a deep inhale. Taking one flight here as deep or as small as you like. Exhale. Soften your hands down onto the mat, hips go back. Take a deep inhale and round yourself forward onto your all fours. And exhale, begin to lift your hips and your knees up into downward facing dog. Find a gentle bend in your knees and your sitting bones pulling back. And begin to lift your right leg up, keeping your knee bent at first, and finding an internal rotation so your right foot is dropping out towards your right side. Bending into your left standing leg, pull your left sitting bone back. And keeping the internal rotation of your right leg, slowly begin to find length, straightening into your leg, reaching your toes up towards the sky. Reaching a little bit further. Then take a deep inhale and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Find your roots, connect into your legs. Deep inhale, rise your legs all the way up into your lunge. Shortening your stance a little bit. Bending your back knee. Begin to reach your right knee forward, resisting with your right sitting bone. Continuing to find that connection to your outer hip. Drawing your low belly in and soften your arms in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale here. Begin to open with resistance your arms into your monkey lunge. Keeping something rooted in your sternum. And then exhale to soften. Your next inhale, begin to open your left leg into your warrior two stance in a small jump, stepping it into your warrior two legs, and then jumping back. And one more time, open up into warrior two. Now stay here. Dance yourself into your legs. Find your knees pulling forward and your sitting bones pulling you back. Pushing your big toes apart so that you're grounding into the outer borders of your feet. Begin to float your arms up, finding your warrior two. Soft arms. Connecting to something deeper within you. Continuing to pull your sitting bones back. Maybe finding a sway, finding some movement. Now bringing your right hand to your right ribs. And let this connection between your hand and your skin help your nervous system to bring your right ribs, your right heart, deeper within. Let your right elbow float onto your right knee. Left arm hangs like an elephant trunk, softly above your head, maybe resting your forearm on the crown of your head. Connecting to the outer borders of your feet, sitting bones pulled back. Now as you take a deep inhale, straighten into your left leg and begin to reach your left armpit away from your left hip, finding a deep rainbow of the side body, reaching your hip and your armpit in opposite directions, maybe finding a gentle bounce of that back leg. Deep breaths here into the sides of your pelvis. On your next inhale, find the elasticity in your body and bring yourself back to Warrior 2. Closing your left leg back into your lunge. Connecting to your roots. Gathering in with your arms in front of your heart one more time. Inhale and open up. Inflating from within and reaching your collarbones towards the sky. Exhale. Place your hands down onto the ground. Step your leg back into downward facing dog. Find a wiggle in your hips, a bending of your knees. Now begin to lift your left leg up. Keeping your knee bent at first, letting your left foot fall outwards, deep internal rotation of your leg. A gentle bend in your right leg and pull your right sitting bone up towards the sky. From here, keeping the internal rotation of your left leg, begin to lengthen your leg, reaching your toes up towards the sky. Low belly is drawn in and reach a little bit further. Now take a deep inhale and step your left leg to the outside of your left hand. Find your roots, find the connection of your feet, and take a deep inhale. Float your arms up, lunge. Step your right leg in a little bit, bending both knees, breathing length into your spine. Pull your left knee forward, resisting with your left sitting bone, deepening that connection to your outer hip. Gather soft hands in front of your heart. And as you inhale, draw up the energy of the earth and open and expand. Finding a resistance in your arms as you open, keeping your low belly drawn in. And then exhale to soften back. Finding your bounce, a lift of the right leg opening into Warrior 2. And then a bounce back into your lunge. And then one more time, bounce open and staying here. Dancing yourself into your legs. Shifting your feet until you find a space that feels good. Left toes, they aren't straight facing forward, they're facing diagonally towards the corner of your mat. Bending into both knees. Shifting your sitting bones back. Finding that connection of strong roots. As you inhale, float your arms up, finding your Warrior 2. Parachutes underneath your armpits, soft arms. Finding a gentle sway, maybe closing your eyes. Letting something deeper within guide your movements. Now gently bringing your left hand to your left ribs, helping your left ribs, your left heart, go deeper in towards the back of your spine. Left arm rests on your left knee. Right arm floats up like an elephant trunk, up above your head. Releasing any tension from your arm, from your hand. As you take a deep inhale, find a little bit more length in your right leg, pushing into the outer border of your foot. As you breathe deeply here, reach your right armpit away. Reaching your right armpit away from your right hip. Lengthening and expanding the right side of your body. Eyes can stay down. Take another deep inhale here. And soft exhale. And then inhale using the elasticity of your body. Make yourself back to warrior 2. A moment to float, to feel. Then closing your feet, so jumping your right foot back into your lunge. Soft gathering in front of your heart. Taking a deep inhale and open your wings. Monkey lunge one more time. Sitting bones pulling back even here. Exhale. Hands come down onto the ground. Step it back into downward facing dog. Bring your knees down. Sit back on your heels. Close down your eyes and take a short moment to feel. Bring your legs out in front of you. And bringing your right leg in, so bending your right knee. Letting your left foot come to the outside of your right knee for your twist. Your foot doesn't have to go onto the ground, it can softly lay there. Right hand comes to the outside of your left foot. Left hand diagonally behind your hip. And instead of using the strength of your arms, of your muscles to push yourself into a twist, use your breath from within. So breathe length into your spine. And as you take another deep inhale, let it be the breath that spirals you gently towards your left side. And staying here and breathing deeply. If you were to lift your hands, you would stay in your twist. So using your breath to move deeper. Soften back to center and switching your legs. Bending your left leg, placing your right foot above to the outside of your left knee. Hands to your sides, find length in your spine. Left fingertips walk closer to your right knee. Right fingertips diagonally behind your hip. Draw your low belly gently in towards the back of your heart and then take a deep inhale. And let it be the breath that winds you towards your right. Staying here, breathing deeply into the sides of your pelvis. And soften back, releasing your legs, and begin to slowly roll down into your Shavasana. How soft, how slow can you let your spine roll down to the ground? Keeping your legs bent. Let your neck, head softly roll down onto the mat. The soles of the feet are on the ground. Now lifting your right leg and with your left hand, connecting with the outer border of your right leg. And then gently begin to shift your right foot, twisting towards your left. Right foot lands gently onto the ground, left knee onto the ground as well. Bringing your right arm up above your head like an elephant trunk. Breathing deeply. And then come back to center. Releasing your right foot down. Lifting your left leg. Connecting right hand to the outer border of your left foot. And begin to shift towards your right. Right knee lands gently on the ground. Left foot next to it. Slightly in front of it. Left arm up above your head like an elephant trunk. Letting your muscles soften into the pose. Releasing your legs back to center. Lifting and floating your legs and your arms up. Finding a soft or strong shake, releasing anything that needs to be released. And slowing down your movements. And begin to reach your legs out. Letting your feet fall apart into your shavasana. Let your bones feel heavy, melting into the ground. Softening your skin. And letting your breath take you on a journey deeper within. Into your inner existence. Closing down your eyes if they're not closed already. Allowing yourself and your awareness to rest and soften into your breath. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Letting your breath anchor you back into this place. Let it expand until it brings movement into your fingers, into your toes. Maybe it expands all the way, bringing arms up above your head for a long stretch. Taking your time here. Bring your knees into your chest. Swaying from side to side until one of these sways brings you onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, journey back to a comfortable seat. Taking a moment here to ground back down into the earth with your sitting bones, to find length in your spine. Taking a moment to notice your breath, any sensations in your body. Now take a deep inhale. And a soft exhale. Another deep inhale. And a soft, slow exhale. Placing one or two hands in front of you on the earth. Feeling one more time into the vibrations. And take one more deeply felt breath in. And a deeply felt breath out. And when you feel ready, you can begin to open your eyes, letting the light back in. Thank you for your presence.